We have discussed about the discrete signals till now. In the coming one or two lectures, I will discuss the discrete systems. Basically, discrete system is an x of n goes in and a y of n comes out. Input and output, and this is a discrete system. The moment you use the word system, what in our context means that given an input signal, the system modifies to another output signal y of n, first having some desired properties. And the desired properties are built into implementing the system here. So, in general, let me stick to A. A relationship like this holds good for the input or the output. A signal, output signal y and its delayed versions of that is equal to some weighted sum of the input signals of the signal and the delayed versions of the signal, right? Because n minus k means what? Is a delayed signal by k units. Similarly, yn minus k is a delayed signal by yn delayed by k units. Weighted sum of this is equal to weighted sum of this. So, this is a typical input-output relationship for a discrete system. So, what does the system contain? The system contains a delay elements, right? It contains gains coming from this A case and B case, I am sorry, it's K here, A case and B case, and then you have summations here, so you have a adders. So, basically this discrete system contains amplifiers, adders and delay elements. You can do this in some kind of a, if you want to do it in binary system, the delay element will be shift register and gain will be the multipliers, digital multipliers, and adders will be digital adders. So, you put them together in appropriate manner with the appropriate values, then you will get a discrete system. Are you with me? This kind of a system description in a more advanced people call this as ARMA system. ARMA standing for autoregressive MA stands for moving average. This is a description of a general ARMA system. Why is words moving average and autoregressive? For example, the A case are not there, only yn is equal to sigma bk xn minus k. Then what are you doing? Yn is equal to a periodic average, right, of the values of the input, and is moving average, meaning thereby that you are taking averages of different values coming at different times. So, it's a moving average. So, if you do not have this AKs except one of them, which is the k corresponding to 1, and then you will get this moving average system. On the other hand, if you have a xn only here, and on the left hand side one exists, this is equal to just x of n, and then this is called the autoregressive. So, since both of them exist here, this is called the autoregressive part, this is the moving average part. This system is generally called a autoregressive moving average system. If you have a moving average system, anyway, we will come to that in just 1 minute, leave it at this point. So, now how do we, one is to characterize in the so called time domain or the sample domain itself as an equation like this, or can I describe this equivalently in the Z domain, in the Z transform domain. Now, what is the typical in the case of continuous systems? We studied when the input is an impulse and we got an impulse response, and we said if the system is a linear time invariant system, then the impulse response is good enough, because any response to any arbitrary signal can be obtained as a convolution of the input signal and the impulse response. Similarly, is there any characterization here which is completely describes this discrete system? So, now we will again come back to description of the system. One is the linearity. System is to be linear, that means if I apply x1n, you get y1n, if I apply x2n, you get y2n, if I apply alpha times x1n plus beta times x2n, output should be equal to alpha times y1n plus beta times y2n. If that is satisfied, the system is called a linear system. So, we will only deal with linear systems in this course. The second description is time invariance. What does time invariance means? The coefficients of the system here are not dependent upon the time k. In general, I can have a k as a function of k and b k as a function of k. So, if this is a constant values independent of k, then we call it a time invariant system. So, in the same manner, we call this a time invariant systems if a k and b k's are constant independent of k. If the system is linear time invariant, if it is LTI discrete system, then just equivalent to our continuous system, where impulse response completely describes the system input output relationship. Here also there should be something which, when applied to x of n as x of n, the yn you get for that value is completely describe the system here. This usually taken to be delta n, which is the Krochner delta function. If you apply that, you get some y of n, and let me call this as h of n, which is equivalent to our impulse response. Only this is called a unit pulse response or a response to Krochner delta. So, then what do we get here?